Hi guys, so we're gonna be making the tomato soup with the tomatoes that we got from our hydroponic garden.
This was our first harvest off the indoor hydroponic tomatoes. We got half a pound, so that's what we're going to be cooking with today. You could always double or triple the recipe we use. There are hundreds of tomatoes all up and down the plant, so there will be many more to harvest soon and recipes to make. Our second harvest, we got 1.3 pounds. If you're interested on how we grew the hydroponic tomatoes, I have a separate playlist I'll link down below and have in the top right hand corner of this video. We document and show everything from start to finish as much as possible.
So this is a half a pound of tomatoes. I'm gonna pair that with about a quarter of a red onion or white onion, whichever one you have. And then a couple of garlic cloves. I have two right here. You can put a little bit more, but this is about the amount you want. And then we're gonna be using about 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, 2 tablespoons of the miyokos liquid mozzarella. You can either use 2 tablespoons of shredded mozzarella if you have that. And then about a half a cup of oat milk. We're gonna be adjusting that based on how creamy or liquidy we want it. I still don't know because this is the first time I'm using these tomatoes. And then just a tablespoon of olive oil to saute the onions and garlic, and a little bit of salt and pepper to your liking. And we're gonna blend it all up when it's done with the immersion blender. So I'm chopping up the red onions right now. I'm gonna kind of dice them up. You don't have to make it too small because, like I said, we're gonna immersion blend it later. So I usually just cut it like this. Grab that, put it right in your pot in there. And we're gonna do the same thing with the garlic. Okay, so we're gonna turn on the stove. I put it on low medium. And then now that we have the onion and garlic in there, you're gonna grab a tablespoon and measure it and pour in the olive oil. Get them all nice and soaked in there and let it sit for about 5 minutes until the onions are pretty soft and translucent. Okay, so while the onion and garlic saute, you'll have time to dice up your tomatoes. I usually cut them right in half, just like this. Like I said, we're gonna be blending them all up later anyway. And these feel very soft and juicy, so it's gonna be pretty easy to blend them up. Okay, so we're gonna stir the onion and garlic. It's been about 2-3 minutes and they're looking pretty all right. Now I'm gonna add in all of our tomatoes. That looks really good. And we're gonna come back and add the milk and everything else. So it's been a couple of minutes now. The tomatoes are getting juiced up, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the milk now. Like we said, a half a cup to start with, and I use oatsome original, but you can also use coconut milk. I know a lot of people use that instead. So there you go, a half a cup. Let's go ahead and add it right in. Perfect. At this point, you can go ahead and raise the heat. I'm gonna go ahead and put it all the way up. All right, so I added the milk. It's been a couple of minutes again, and it's starting to boil a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and add the last of our ingredients. 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. 1, 2. And then I'm actually gonna do 1 tablespoon of the liquid mozzarella instead of the 2, like I said. Perfect. And last but not least, we're gonna top it off with some salt and pepper. I do a couple of shakes, like 4 or 5 shakes of salt, and then just as much pepper as you'd like, really. If you don't like pepper, you don't even have to use it. That's pretty good right now. And we're gonna mix. And I think the half a cup of milk was just enough. So we're gonna let this sit for 2 more minutes and we're gonna come and blend it. Okay, so it's boiling and it's ready to be blended right now. I lowered the temperature to as low as you can get it. So mine is 1. Let's grab our blender and blend it all up. So we normally make a lot more than this, but this is just what we got from our garden. That looks pretty good to me. Now you turn it off and you enjoy it with some grilled cheese or whatever you want. All right, guys, so it's ready. I'm going to stir it before I pour it in. And let's pour it in our bowl. There you go. Make sure you clean it all nice. There's our soup.
Hello, so I'm here for the official taste test since I really like tomato soup. And this is why I grew the tomatoes, because I really, really like tomato soup, and I wanted to have Fetty make me some tomato soup from the tomatoes I grew up. It was very creamy and saucy. I like it a little better with coconut milk. It's easier to drink it that way. After eating it all, I give it a solid 9 out of 10. It would definitely be 10 out of 10 with that coconut milk. Yeah, it's perfect. It's really good. It's got like just the right flavor to it where it's like, it's very good.
Okay, so now it's my turn to try the soup. Let's see. Wow. I can really taste the tomatoes. It's really good. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you try the soup. And if you want to watch more of us, you can check out our hydroponic plant playlist, what YouTube thinks is best for you, or you can subscribe above. Have a great day.